Good morning. Welcome to Viewpoint. I'm your host, Joey Clark, and we have a great show this morning. It's one that my friend brought to my attention. Shout out to Eric, because it's something I know near and dear to my heart and a lot of folks here in the river region. And before I introduce my lovely guests I have here this morning, I want to say that I've been thinking a lot about how do we bring people together from all different walks of life. And I've come down through, thinking about it a lot, I've come down on the best way to bring people together is to celebrate, to enjoy yourself, to have a little fun. So joining me today from the Jewish Federation of Central Alabama is Anna Byrne and Zil Bandy?
Slil Bandy.
Slil Bandy.
It's a little bit hard name.
Yes, I was having difficulty off air, and it seems I failed on air here. But thank y'all for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, and y'all are here today to bring up a celebration, a little bit of fun that's going to be going on in the month of May.
Yes, on May 4th, which is a Sunday, we are having Israeli Independence Day celebration for our entire community. And we hope everyone will come out. We're going to have a lot of fun for people of all ages. We've got a live band. We're going to have food, games for the kids, a wine wall, and an assortment of other activities. So we hope everybody will come out and have fun to celebrate Israel with us.
Well, and before we go into some of the nuts and bolts of how people can get tickets, I'd imagine there'll be a Facebook page, and we'll be giving out a telephone number here in a little while. I want y'all to treat me like I'm 10 years old, and I know nothing about the state of Israel, how it came into being, and I know nothing about what goes on Independence Day. It's almost like the 4th of July of the United States, y'all are describing to me. So Treat me like I'm 10. What is this all about?
Well, so 66 years ago, our first Prime Minister, David Ben-Gurion, injured in Tel Aviv, and he were proclaiming the establishment of the Jewish state. A lot of people were outside listening to the radio live and watching on television, very excited, and everybody go out to the street and celebrate with dancing and music and happiness. And this is what we're trying to just to celebrate every year, just the fact that we have a Jewish state, that we are free, that we have the right to exist. And it starts, actually, it's kind of a crazy way that we celebrate, because we're going from fully sadness of honoring our fallen soldiers with the ceremonies, and we go visit them in the cemeteries. And then we open the ceremony of Jerusalem with the announcement of our president, Shimon Peres, and big ceremonies with flags and live bands and happiness and fireworks and a huge celebration. And also we are going to bases, we're doing barbecue, picnics, we travel all over the states, and we have a big celebration that this is something that we would like to bring here to Alabama, to our friends, and to celebrate it together, not only with the Jewish community, with our largest friend here in Montgomery. Well,
and I love the fact that it's still so fresh. So the celebration is still so joyous. I mean, my grandfather is a veteran of the United States military, but I've found that Memorial Day here in the States and July 4th tends to be when we sit in the backyard and we eat food. And that's fine, but I like that this still comes from a place of, wow, there's a connection to that very first date still. In a way that you don't have in places, certainly not like Europe or not like even the United States. So I'm glad that we're bringing it here to the United States, here to the river region. How are you going to bring some of what goes on in Israel here to Montgomery?
Well, what we're doing, obviously we want to have a celebration, much like what they'll have in Israel, but we also want to give people a chance to learn more about Israel. So obviously the food is Israeli food. The music's Israeli music. We're going to have educational opportunities, and then we want people to meet some other new people who they haven't met in the community who also support Israel and make that connection. We think it's a great opportunity to show our support here and join people all over the world.
And I think the fact that like in Israel, we still keep this connection between our Memorial Day and the celebration of independence, because we believe there is a strong connection because of those people that donated their life for the for the state of Israel. We have the right to celebrate and be here now. And we were trying to actually bring the story of Israel to people. They will see pictures of different cities of Israel, why we're eating this food, why we are celebrating. They will have some piece of information and educational material on the tables, and they will see some video that I'm going to present, and I'm going to have a speech about why I'm here and why I'm bringing Israel to the state, and why this is important for us as Jewish people to have connection between the state of Israel and Jewish communities all over the world, such as here in Montgomery.
Now, beyond the event, I wanted to ask a little bit more about the Jewish Federation of Central Alabama. And you were just mentioning it. What is your role here? What are each of y'all's roles? And after you tell me what your role is, why do you do it? I mean, sometimes work is not fun, but there's something that motivates you to do it.
Of course. Well, obviously, the Jewish Federation is something that's near and dear to my heart. I am a product of the Jewish community here in Montgomery. I've actually just started about 2 weeks ago as the director of the Federation. Thank you so much. I'm very excited. And what our organization does, we're the central fundraising, community relations, and community development agency here in Montgomery and Central Alabama. We're dedicated to enriching Jewish life here, supporting Israel, and helping people in need, as well as building a better and stronger Jewish community for the central part of our state. I'm very excited to be a part of this. I cannot wait for the things that we have in store for us in Central Alabama, and to do a lot of things to connect us with the larger community that we haven't done.
Oh, and you're with the Federation, you're representing Israel directly.
Yes, I'm a fellowship working with the Jewish Agency of Israel, and there's a lot of Jewish community all over the world that's chosen to bring a shaliach from Israel, a person that will share his story and his knowledge and experience about Israel. And we believe that this way we will help people to be more engaged to their Judaism and teach them about Israel and create very strong Jewish values in their identity. And this is why I'm here to do programs with the community. And this is the 6 years that the Jewish Federation of Central Alabama is bringing shlichim from Israel. And I am very excited to celebrate one of our most important celebrations here in Montgomery, and to share my way of how I celebrate Israel and how my family and friends are doing this. And I hope that all of you, not only Jewish people, can join us, because this is open for everybody.
Right.
And I'm very excited.
And we are so blessed to have Slil in our community.
Thank
and feel
you.
so lucky to have her sharing her love and experience from Israel with us here in Central Alabama.
Well, and I'll ask the question again, because I myself am a bit of a hodgepodge, a mixed bag of all sorts of ethnicities and nationalities. I was recently looking at my family tree, and I don't have this type of tight-knit culture and heritage to myself, so I might say I'm a bit envious. What does it mean to y'all to have this tight-knit culture that you're fostering here and sharing around the world?
Obviously, the culture here in Montgomery is very important. Yeah. Our Jewish community is relatively small, so we're tight-knit community is definitely the best way to put it. We also make connections with other communities around the Southeast and around the nation, which has always been something that's very important to me. It's wonderful. It's how I can explain it. Slil might.
As I see it, because we are such a small community, people feel the importance of having a live Jewish heritage here, and how they share their stories of holidays and programs in the community. We have 2 synagogues. We have a conservative synagogue called Agudath Israel and the Reform synagogue called Temple Bethor. And I think they work fabulous with us, with the Federation, and we are very welcoming other people, not only for Federation, also for the temple and the synagogue activity. And I am a granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor, and as a very young age, I was educated about how Israel is important for us as our security of the Jewish nations and the Jewish world. And I was taught that we have to have connection with all Jewish in all the world, because we are counting on each other. We depend on each other. We have to have this connection because we are responsible for each other's security and life. And since I was in 10th grade, we have a strong connection with the community in Montreal. This is how I became here, and this is why I chosen to come after my BA studies straight over to Montgomery. And I think I fell in love because this is a very, we call it the kept secret, because people always ask me, why you come to Montgomery? Why from all the United States, you chose Montgomery? And I said, well, I love it. People here are amazing. The hospitality are very...
Yes.
I feel at home here since like the first beginning of
Can
my...
we keep you?
And I hope that I will be able to bring people from here to visit me in Israel and to show them my piece of community that will share with them the real story in Israel.
Well, and as I said, I think everybody, I was recently listening to an interview where folks were talking about, the whole 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. You actually are covering the whole world when you do those 6 degrees of separation. And as I said before, I'm a bit of a mixed bag. And it turns out that I can remember as a child, my aunt's husband, his father is a survivor. His folks did not make it from the Holocaust, but he was able to get to the States. And so I remember him telling me the stories as a young child. And it's amazing how, though I don't share any bloodlines, so to speak, that you never see that coming. People marry into this. And I like to think this is part of a larger culture and this larger tapestry that we're all building. Right. So thank y'all so much for joining me today. I want to give out now, everybody get your pins ready or pick up your smartphone and start to tap it in. The number of folks need to call if they want to get tickets to Israeli Independence Day, the celebration.
Yes.
It is 277-5820.
Correct.
And you have a Facebook page, is that correct?
We will have a Facebook page shortly that is coming together today. There's also an email. You can email mail, MAIL, .jfca@gmail.com.
And if you want more information, you can send us an email, and we will give you a straight connection to our Facebook page for the event. And we would be love to answer any kind of questions you have regarding Israel and Independence Day celebration.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining me today. I think I'm going to be there myself. I look forward to it. And I hope people join in so we can celebrate not only Israel's Independence Day, but just our company in general.
Yeah, it's our larger community, and we'd love to see some new faces and meet some new people. So we hope everyone will come out. And thank you, Joey, so much for having us.
Thank you very much.